so we need to talk about Jamie Vardy. Russell Martin's been asked about him now. There was reports in Italy that made it seem like it was close to happening to Rangers, but then that all seems to kind of faded pretty abruptly. Could just be social media chat, but I mean, what a signing that would be if it does happen. It would be an signing for the here and now, given the age is 38. But
yeah.
I mean, what a signing that would be.
Yeah, I mean, he's a proven goal scorer. And he's obviously, his CV speaks for itself. How many England caps? He's a 200 goals for Leicester, 100 and so many of them in the Premier League. The first £1 million player to come out of the non-league football. I mean, he's had a terrific career, 38. I mean, 10 goals last season for Leicester. Yeah, Leicester team that get relegated, he still manages to get 10 goals. Shows that he's not done yet. But what I would say is the type of football that Jamie Vardy has played the majority of his career, it's been, you would say, sort of counter-attacking football where he's had space to run into. We all have that vision of him sort of springing an offside trap and galloping through and goal and putting it past the goalkeeper. Is that really going to be the type of football he's going to be served up at Ibrox if it were to come? I'm not so sure. I mean, I know there's talk of Luuk de Jong. I'm not entirely convinced how serious those ones are, but for me, just looking at the two profiles of two veteran strikers, I think the De Jong would be a better fit. You're talking about a guy who's just won 2 league titles in Holland with PSV, who is that wily sort of target man, centre forward, does the dark arts. I mean, MD saying that, at 34, is he good enough to play for Rangers? Well, I just remember back a couple of years ago when PSV tore Michael Beale's team apart and he was taking over the 2 legs. And he's a couple of years older since then. But for me, if you're looking for somebody to fill that veteran centre forward slot, maybe not start every week. Obviously, I think most fans, if they're looking for a new centre forward, I think it seems to be the excitement is over Dor Turgeman coming in from Israel. But if you're looking for somebody else just to provide that again, that bit of experience and nous, the here and now, for me, Luuk de Jong would tick a lot more of the boxes than Jamie Vardy would be. I just think Vardy is a guy who, even if he's slowed a wee bit, he's a guy who thrives in open spaces and galloping in behind defences. I'm just not entirely sure that's something they'll get too much of. Certainly Scotland, maybe Europe's a different thing. Maybe, that's if that is the thinking behind, and we believe that the Vardy interest is genuine, that perhaps maybe that's where he's been eyed up for. But
you'd think he would want to be coming up and playing week in, week out, though he wouldn't be coming up to Scotland to want to sit on the bench. So maybe
but it's a bit like, I don't know if you saw the Jermaine Defoe chat this week with Cy Ferry, and he spoke about him coming up at similar age, 38, knowing that that age, that stage in his career, likelihood he's not going to play every week, and it was just about being ready for the big game. So I could imagine Jamie Vardy coming up and going, well, just a chance to win a medal, perhaps, if he can get, if Russell Martin can get things going. Obviously won a Premier League medal down the road. He's won an FA Cup winners medal under Brendan Rodgers at Leicester. So is this a chance to come up here? Might he have to pick and choose his games to get himself ready? Who knows? But I just think there's not many games up here. Your bread and butter Premiership games that would naturally suit his type of. I just don't see him having 15, 20 yards of space to run into. I think he's going to be dealing with 15, 20 inches more like this season, just the way that the teams are going to sit up against what's going to be a possession-heavy Russell Martin team. The defences are going to have plenty of time to get themselves back in and shaped up. So I would think, I just think if you're looking at somebody to fill that sort of veteran type figure slot in the squad, maybe Luuk de Jong is somebody that really is worth consideration.